second item on the agenda is discussion and possible action to appoint a qualified individual effective January 21st, 2020 to fill the vacant Ward 3 GPWA trustee and city council position for the term ending May 2021. If you recall, we have accepted the resignation of Councilman Thomas, Thomas. We have approved a motion to have 3 individuals from the remaining 6 council members drawn at random, and they would be to be the nominating committee. The nominating committee would meet then with the applicants. In this case, there were 4 applicants, which was a wonderful thing to have. And the nominating committee spent at least an hour with each one of the candidates, approximately an hour with each one of the candidates, and had a very good interview process. And at the end of that process, considering their application, results of the interview, the nominating committee made a recommendation, and that recommendation is for Sharyl Padgett, and it was a split recommendation. That's the recommendation now that goes before the council, and I'll entertain a motion to accept that nomination.
I'll make a motion to accept Sharyl Padgett's nomination.
Second.
A motion and a second. Discussion, please. Discussion opportunities for that motion.
Of the applicants, were the other applicants, you said you interviewed them all, was there any other applicants that seemed appealing other than because it being a 2-1 split?
The application process, I've talked to all the other 2 colleagues that were on that nominating committee, and I think we're in agreement that Ms. Padgett was the ace, the interview process. Any other discussion?
Well, I called, you had called me this afternoon.
Yes.
In regards to an email that I had sent to you. And we had discussion about it, and I also wanted to give Sharyl a call this afternoon as well and discuss the email that I had sent to you, knowing that that was going to be the nomination. But I do want to voice my opinion to the rest of the community on why or what my vote's going to be. And I'm just going to read the email that I sent to you aloud, and it says, Steve, I've been informed that your intent this evening is to nominate Sharyl for the Ward 3 open position, and I wanted to ask a few things of you, which you did comply with. Will you please read the agenda item as written, and please allow discussion by the council prior to any nominations being made? I would ask that each of the members of the interview committee have the opportunity to speak if they so choose, and those who are not part of the interview committee be allowed to ask questions about the candidates, which you have done, and I greatly appreciate that. I ask this of you because I think it's important for the public to see and to be informed of the candidates of who applied and the process. In addition, I do want you to know that my vote will not be in favor of Sharyl. I have nothing against Sharyl. I think she's a wonderful lady. But I honestly feel nominating Sharyl is saying to the public, this is business as usual, and we do not care how you vote. The council is making a history of not allowing new blood in and recycling the old. Jason Smedley beat Z. Thomas, and when he left, Z was put back in. When Chuck left, Brian was put back in. Now Sharyl was also beat out of office, and you wish to put her back in. The general public has lost trust in our council, and doing this just solidifies that we do not care what they say, that the council is going to do what the council wants to do. This also makes the candidates who applied ask, why did they even bother applying if we're going to just put the same people back in office? This will also continue to make our applicant pool smaller in the future for future openings on council and on boards. We wonder why our community isn't growing, and it's because of our leadership. We have continued to cycle through city managers, and it's because our council is harsh, toxic, and unwilling to change. I refuse to be a part of the toxic culture, and please know that I will continue to voice my concerns and my opinions. I want growth for Guthrie in ways that only bringing in new blood, new ideas, and new expertise can do. Growth only happens when we get outside of our comfort zone. I would challenge you to get outside of yours and promote new people, new ideas, and not the ones that you know and feel comfortable with. Please note that I intend to share this email in full at tonight's council meeting. Thank you, James Long. And like I said, I did call Cheryl, and I value Cheryl, appreciate her, consider her a friend. But that is how I feel about the
Okay.
issue.
All right. Well, as one person on the nominating committee, I felt, I voted for, obviously, Cheryl, and felt that of the four candidates, all of which were, you tip your hat to anybody that will step up and be interested and want to take a role on city council or on any of the commissions. And I salute all four of them. But as it was pretty clear for the three of us that Cheryl did the best on the interview process. I think that she has great skills and experience, and that's why I voted for her. I voted for a person that I thought would best represent Ward 3, as well as Guthrie, and that's where my perspective was. I'm sorry that you feel that the council has created a different environment, James, and I hope that you'll work hard to fix that. And I know I will, and I'm sure that our colleagues on the council will too. We have had a number of a change in leadership in not only in council, but in other important positions in the city for various reasons. I don't think any of them relate directly to our work as a council. We have accomplished a lot. We have accomplished a lot over the last years, and I believe that is because of what this council and the administrative leadership, now represented by Leroy, but other city managers before them, have been able to accomplish and lead in our community. And I think we will continue to do that. And I would hope that there will be continued interest in applying for boards and commissions, as well as possible opportunities to be on city council. I would hope, as you and I have discussed, that every time when we have a campaign, that there are multiple people trying to, putting their hat in that ring and campaigning for city council position, a mayor position, whatever. That's, I think, good for our community. That shows that people want to be involved and want to take leadership roles. But I salute the council at present for what they have accomplished and will continue to accomplish. Anybody else have any comments
Were
before
the
we
other
vote?
candidates notified to not be here tonight because they weren't being?
No. All right, submit your votes. We have a motion and a second to confirm Sharyl Padgett.
All votes are in.
See the votes. By a vote of 4-2, we have a new councilwoman, Sharyl Padgett, and I believe that the judge is ready to give you the oath of office. If, Judge, do you have the words?
Yes, I do.
Have you, is it the condensed version?
It's the full version.
Oh, boy. All right.
On this side, okay. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Sharyl Padgett,
Do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Oklahoma,
and the Constitution
and will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity,
and will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity,
that I have not paid or contributed,
that I have not paid or contributed,
either directly or indirectly,
directly or indirectly,
any money or other valuable thing
any money or other valuable thing
to procure my nomination for election or appointment,
to secure my nomination, election, or appointment,
except for necessary and proper expenses
except necessary and proper expenses
expressly authorized by law,
expressly authorized by law,
that I have not knowingly violated
that I have not knowingly violated
any election law of the state
any election law of the state
or procured it to be done by others in my behalf,
or procured it to be done by others in my behalf,
that I will not knowingly receive,
that I will not knowingly receive,
directly or indirectly,
directly or indirectly,
any money or other valuable thing
any money or other valuable thing
for the performance or non-performance
for the performance or non-performance
of any act or duty
of any act or duty
pertaining to my office
pertaining to my office,
other than the compensation allowed by law.
other than the compensation allowed by law.
And I further swear
And I further swear
that I will not receive, use, or travel upon
that I will not receive, use, or travel upon
any free pass
any free pass
or on free transportation
or on free transportation
during my term of office.
during my term of office.
Congratulations.
Thank you.